Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the meteoric rise of a true modern superstar, Zendaya. So how did she go from being a Disney kid to an Emmy-winning powerhouse, and really one of the most influential actors of her entire generation? Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first, because we've got to get this right. How do you actually say her name? Well, she's cleared it up for us herself. A lot of people get it wrong, but it's not Zendaya. The correct way to say it is Zendaya. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the basics, the person behind the name. Then we'll follow her journey from the Disney Channel all the way to global blockbusters. After that, we'll dig into her incredible Emmy-winning work, and finally, we'll take a look at what the future holds for this superstar.
All right, let's kick things off with Chapter 1. Let's really get to know the icon behind the name.
So one more time, the key is that day sound, Zendaya. But, her first name is just the beginning. Her full name actually tells us a lot more about her roots.
And here we go. This gives us a much clearer picture. Her full name is Zendaya Marie Stormer Coleman, born and raised in Oakland, California. But the detail that really jumps out at me? Look at that last line, active since 2009. That means she started her professional career when she was only 13 years old. Incredible.
Let's move on to her early career and see exactly how this all started. For millions and millions of people, this is how they first met Zendaya.
Think about this. She's just 14 years old, and she lands this huge break on the Disney Channel's smash hit Shake It Up. Her role as the super smart, super ambitious dancer Rocky Blue pretty much instantly made her a household name for an entire generation of kids.
But her Disney years weren't just about one show, not at all. After a really successful run on Dancing with the Stars, she took the lead in another show, Casey Undercover. But here's the key move. The thing that really tells you something. She was also a producer on that show. This signals from a very young age that her ambitions were always way bigger than just being in front of the camera.
Making that jump from a beloved teen star to a respected global movie star is maybe one of the toughest challenges in all of Hollywood. So, how did she manage to pull it off?
This timeline just shows how fast and honestly how strategic her whole evolution was. 2017 was an absolutely pivotal year for her. She starred in the Marvel blockbuster Spider-Man: Homecoming and the musical hit The Greatest Showman. It was this brilliant one-two punch that showcased her amazing versatility before she made another huge leap just 2 years later into the dark, complicated world of HBO.
And this contrast right here says everything. On one hand, you've got that high-energy, classic Disney character. On the other, her portrayal of MJ in Spider-Man was grounded, witty, and completely fresh. It was a career-defining choice that proved she had serious range.
And this brings us to the role that didn't just make her a movie star. No, this is the role that cemented her status as one of the most respected and decorated actors of her generation.
Her performance as Rue in HBO's Euphoria was, and I'm not exaggerating, a total game changer. It was such a raw, gut-wrenching portrayal of addiction that it just stunned audiences and proved she could handle the most challenging material you can imagine, a complete 180 from her earlier work. And you better believe the industry took notice. Her performance as Rue earned her 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress. Her win in 2020 made her the youngest person ever to receive the award in that category, and her second win in 2022 made her the youngest 2-time winner in history. Just let that sink in for a second.
And the recognition didn't stop with the Emmys. She also won a Golden Globe and a Critics' Choice Award for Euphoria, plus a Saturn Award for her work in Spider-Man. This huge sweep of awards from so many different institutions just highlights the immense respect she commands across the entire industry.
So, after achieving historic Emmy wins and starring in billion-dollar films, you really have to ask yourself, what could possibly be next? Where do you even go from there? Well, far from slowing down, her momentum is only building. In 2024 alone, she anchored the sci-fi epic Dune Part 2 and the intense drama Challengers, and we know she's got a return as MJ in the next Spider-Man coming up. This ability to balance these massive blockbusters with really complex, adult-driven stories is exactly what has solidified her place at the very top of Hollywood.
So from a Disney sitcom star to a 2-time Emmy winner and a global box office force, Zendaya has completely redefined the path to stardom in modern Hollywood. She's already an actor, a producer, and a cultural icon. So the only real question left is, what industry is she going to conquer next?